Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Ready from Ready's Rides. I'm here at the 2019 LA Auto Show, walking around, and of course, I found out that they're bringing back the BRZ TS, and I knew that I had to stop by and bring it to you. So what we have is this 2020 Subaru BRZ TS. Now, when we say TS, we're talking about tuned by STI. The first time that that car was introduced was back in 2018. So it's been a little bit of a time period, but they brought it back. There's been some changes. There's been some additions, but there's also been some things that have been subtracted. But definitely what you're gonna find with the BRZ, especially in this setup, is gonna be that really corner carving, light, 6-speed manual transmission if you prefer, and rear wheel drive, total fun, just like you're at the racetrack. But let's go ahead, dive into this Subaru BRZ TS. Now remember, the BRZ first came out on the scene in 2013. It received a refresh in 2017. That refresh included a new headlight housing with all LEDs integrated into the housing. So you're gonna get your LED daytime running lamp, LED headlight, and turn signals. Now, as we work our way down, I'm really digging this faux vent that they got going on here. It looks good, it is fake, so I am gonna zonk it, but I'm telling you, from an aesthetic standpoint, that really fits the car perfect. You even have some fake venting on the side, which is another zonk, but boy, does it look good. Now, this color is not your usual white. It's called ceramic white, and I think it really pops. Now, as we come across the front, you get that cherry blossom red color down low. That's gonna signify, remember, those cherry blossom trees outside the STI facility in Japan. And then there is our really unique badging, that BRZ TS. Tuned by STI. So this is not a full STI model. You're not gonna see a turbocharged engine or anything like that. But you know what? Like I said, this car has some additions to it, which is gonna make it perform like no other BRZ. Plus, they're only making 300 of them. So if you like a car that's a little bit more rare and unique, this might be the one for you. Now, just like any other BRZ, very, very low nose, and I love the way just simple on the hood. And I'm telling you, when you get behind the wheel of a BRZ, the way that they have the two fenders peaked up, it really gives you a great reference point as you're hitting your apexes. Now, as you come around the bend, what you're gonna find is something that looks really, really great. You have this unique STI style wheel. So this wheel has been designed by STI. Wonderful copper bronze color, fits the ceramic white to a T. You got the bits from the performance package. So that's gonna include those 4-piston Brembo calipers, nice bright red color, ventilated larger discs, and one thing that's really gonna pay big dividends at an autocross event or on the racetrack are gonna be those Sachs shock absorbers at all 4 corners. Also, to help the handling, there is a K-brace. So there's a K-brace that stiffens the whole chassis from front to rear. One of the things that I am missing is the STI front lip spoiler that was on the BRZ TS from 2018. They took that away. So that, to me, is a bit of a zonk. But as we continue down the side, you have that wonderful fender treatment. It's not meant to look like a vent, and I'm okay with that because it really gives a lot of character to the side. With the ceramic white color, you're gonna have these nice black mirror caps, also the black shark fin antenna. We keep working our way back, and everything is gonna be standard BRZ, which is a good thing because guess what? The BRZ, I feel, is just a timeless design. I think 10 years from now, these things are still gonna look very, very sexy. We keep working our way back. I think the thing that's gonna maybe make you happy, maybe make you sad, is that there's no carbon fiber rear wing like that 2018 Subaru TS, BRZ TS from 2018. On the 2020, you still get your standard. This is an aluminum pedestal spoiler. Looks great. Some people might like that because I know a lot of people didn't like the boy racer look. To me, if you're going special, go all in or don't do it at all. So I am missing the carbon fiber rear wing. As we drop down though, you have your BRZ TS badging, full LED taillights with turn signals. That was new for 2017. And then just very clean. I like this silver that they're using. It's not too shiny. It almost looks like a brushed aluminum. And then you can see that with the rear diffuser, they took that cherry blossom red color, brought it back in to the rear to match the front. And I really think that the exhaust, even though they're stock, they look great. But why don't we go ahead, pop the hood, and see what's powering this BRZ TS. All right, guys, we got the hood popped on the BRZ TS. Remember, it's one of 300 just for this year. It's one and done. What you're looking at though is going to be that same 2-liter engine, flat 4 naturally aspirated. Now the one thing I like that they started in 2017 is taking that bright red powder coating and putting it to the intake plenum. Even though it's a small engine, I think it's an attractive, good looking, sexy engine, and that's how engines need to be when you pop a hood on an enthusiast type car. But you're still gonna get that wonderful choice of a 6-speed manual or a 6-speed automatic. If I was you, go the 6-speed manual, one of the best in the business. The car weighs about 2,700 pounds. And remember, at the end of the day, you're not gonna race a Camaro with this car. This car is about going down your favorite tight, twisty country back road and really doing the business on that end. But why don't we go ahead, we talked about the engine, let's go ahead and check out the interior and see what's different on the BRZ TS. All right guys, we're inside the 2020 BRZ TS. The good news is they brought some specialness inside, and let me show you. Now if you're wondering, well, what's the price gonna be on this one? You're looking around at MSRP of $32,000. It's actually cheaper than the 2018 one, and that's because they didn't give you the front lip spoiler or the wing, but what they give you on the interior, I like the red trim, nice leather on the armrest, on the door handle pull, and it really just blends in perfectly with the red stitching and the Alcantara material at the top of the door, like the leather around the speaker cover. I'm telling you, when you drive one of these, it really feels like an old school car in a really great way. Now, as we go from the door panel to the dash is very far out, very, very low. Like the nice leather trim, the stitch work, the AC vents, they're round on the corners, but look at how they integrated it to the center to help keep that dash low so you could get a good visual reference out the front. We drop down, this is gonna get all the goodies from the Limited. So you're gonna get dual climate control, you got your fancy little toggle switches, a little cubby for some breath mints, like after you're done having dinner on your first date or a blind date, you could pop some breath mints in so that when you go in for the kiss, things are gonna be good for you. I even like, look what they did, I like the STI engine start stop button. Little touches like that really win my heart over because I am a car enthusiast, just like you. 6-speed manual transmission, one of the best in the business. Remember, they take the knobs off because at auto shows, people want to make collections and take them with them. Good old-fashioned handbrake with the red stitching. These are the touches. You look at a Mustang, they don't do that. They do that in the BRZ. Heated seats, and then really the sore spot is there's no armrest. But you know what? With Lori's BRZ, I've been noticing it hasn't been bothering me. I just kind of rest my arm on the e-brake when it's, of course, in the down position. And then probably one of my favorite parts of this car are the seats. Nice red. It's the same exact seat, but they covered it with the Alcantara, the embroidery here, the red trim. Really, really just brightens up the interior and makes the car feel a little bit more special. But why don't you get on over the business end? I'll show you behind the wheel of this BRZ TS. All right, guys, we're in the 2020 BRZ TS. Why don't you come in and let me show you some of the differences. Now, right off the bat, you're gonna be greeted to a different sill panel here. It's a nice brushed aluminum. It's got the STI badge. Remember, this is tuned by STI. It's not a true STI car. You get those wonderful brushed aluminum pedals. I'm telling you, if you could dance like Twinkle Toes, you could heel toe downshift so easily in this car. It really is a pleasure to drive. The end piece of the puzzle is, guess what? I'm 6 feet tall. Plenty of headroom in here. You get your helmet on, you do your track day, your autocross event, plenty of room and quite comfortable, even on a longer drive. I drove my wife's BRZ for about an hour and a half, and I was as cool as a cucumber. The last part is, guess what? They updated the steering wheel a little bit. They gave you that nice red leather at the bottom. I like the red contrast stitching all the way around. It's just little touches. Other than that, the dash is the same. You got the tack right in the center. You got that digital display over on the other side, which is a nice touch. You're gonna have your gear indicator. All those good things are gonna be in those same spots. Even the speedometer has STI. So little touches add up to a big picture. But if these are the types of cars that you want to keep seeing on Rady's Rides, these special limited editions, remember, 1 of 300, leave a comment in the comment section. If you're new to the channel and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile coming back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Rady's Rides family. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you on the channel, click the link in the description, get yourself some Rady's Rides merch. I got to give it up to my wonderful, beautiful, intelligent wife, Lori. She has spent the last week just training. We've been filming just random stuff, just so that she could bring the angles to you. Thank you, Lori, for all your hard work. I know the fans appreciate it. And just like always, I'll see you on the next ride.